Good morning. I came to check on the orchard garden. Give you a little update. I found some ripe habaneros down here on this plant. Actually, there's two plants in here. And did you know there was slugs on them? Did you know slugs eat your jalapeno peppers when they're ripe? Didn't know that. So yeah, that's kind of a revelation. So I've got to keep an eye on that. I added some more plants to my water dunk bucket that has now become a sanctuary for tadpoles, because I was afraid there weren't enough vegetation or algae in there for them to eat, to grow into their legs and everything. So anyway, I added more water hyacinths and some algae to it. So over here I've got my container tomatoes. This one's Thornbird's Terracotta, which is my favorite tomato, one of my favorites. And came out yesterday, and this plant was on the ground. Armadillos knocked it over, rooting under all the cardboard for earthworms. And about 8 of the green tomatoes got knocked off of it. So I was very sad, because I'd much rather have them ripen than have to figure out what to do with the green tomatoes. But anyway, hopefully it'll be all right. This one's a black cherry, started from a sucker. It's doing well. This one I found growing in another flower bed. I don't have any clue what it is. I didn't plant it, so we'll see. I put it in that pot yesterday. And then here we have Cherokee Purple. Doing all right. And this is another one I found growing in the grass that I didn't know what it was, but I can see now from the shape of the fruit that it is a Gardener's Delight, which is like a salad tomato. Anyway, and I didn't plant any this year from seed, so I'm very happy that that turned out to be a Gardener's Delight. See? Gardener is delighted. There you go. And here I have a squash that's in my wheelbarrow. It's a round niche. You see the little fruit down there? They get the little round zucchini type squash, summer squash. That's doing well. And then over here I potted up because I just can't throw suckers away. I had 4 more suckers that I'd been growing in water in the house, so I put those in pots a couple days ago. And those are black cherry also. So yeah, everything seems to be doing okay. Right, Alfie? So for watching the cows. There's Algernon taking a bath. See the rest of the garden here. Got to pick and fry up the rest of these Hungarian hot wax peppers. And my winter squash is changing color. And that's wonderful. And here I have my green stalk, which I planted the dwarf beans in, bush beans, and it's doing pretty good. I twirl it every other day or so. And then I put in some Swiss chard because I had it. Where is it? Here it is. And it's looking pretty okay in there. Some Swiss chard, beans. There's pretty golden Swiss chard. I put in a nasturtium that was not thriving where it was. The little frogs, I don't know if you can see them up there on the rim. Little tree frog. They love the green stalk. So It's wonderful to give them a home also. Poblano peppers doing well. Got over here, I up-potted the basil because it was outgrowing its pot. Favorite de Bretagne tomato. I'm so glad I put this one in here because, gosh, it's a really tasty tomato. And I just love the lacy leaves of it. It's a kind of a dwarf. I've showed you before, it gets these torpedo-shaped tomatoes. Yellow and green stripy. They're so flavorful. Anyway, so I'll always grow that. And then here's this crazy bed. Pretty yellow. That's the only yellow zinnia in the whole garden. Next year I'm going to get some seeds for yellow and plant them. These are all, you know, came up on their own. Gosh, that's beautiful. Excuse me, I think it's beautiful. Okay, so the black cherry tomatoes here are doing okay. There's some Rapreco, which is this shape here, which was an okay plant, and it's producing, but I'm not sure I'll grow those again next year. But definitely the black cherry I will always grow. Here's a ripe one. You can see how beautiful. There, see how beautiful that is? Yeah. Gosh, it's so pretty. It's so good. I'm going to eat it. Yum. And these two tomatoes that are all yellow are yellowing, which I don't know if it's really disease or from the armadillos, which have excavated this whole bed on a pretty regular basis, so the roots would have been exposed to air. And so I don't know exactly if it's from that or a disease, but this is a dead squash bug. A manna orange, which are doing better than the ones in the other garden, the main garden. But I hope the plants don't die before the fruit can ripen. Fingers crossed. And this is just a mess, this bed. I had some round and niche, some Mississippi pink eye peas that didn't do great, but they're producing a few pods, so at least I'll have seeds to try it again if I so choose. Oh, here's a ripe one. So I can plant these seeds next year if I try again. Oh, an ant. The okra, I've got to get out here and harvest again. You can see how they grow so quickly. And it's so beautiful. It's surviving being torn up by, oh gosh, look at those. By armadillos every evening. They dig up this bed. So, yeah, it's amazing. Here's a Texas hill country. And you see those okra? That's pretty. And of course the okra blossoms. Can I get a look at that? Where are you? There. So beautiful. Can you see inside? So this is Texas hill country, and the other ones are Yang okra. I was saying young, J-U-N-G, but it's J-I-N-G. Well, there's Elfie going to go on top of the roof. I put that there like a ladder for the cats to go on the carport. And we'll go around here. This mess. Yeah, I've only got, I think, 4 winter squash here, the butternut, so far, because, like I said, they've been, oh my goodness, I'll come back out. They've been very much torn apart by the armadillos. So they never had a chance. Gotta get out here. Yeah, there's another black cherry that I need more bamboo stakes to... Am I even showing you? I don't even know. More bamboo stakes to hold this up. It got eaten by hornworms. I don't see it on there. I might have already killed it yesterday. I don't know. But that's getting very big. This is cardinal basil. Here. Being usurped by this huge comfrey. Which you can see here is huge. I need to move. Well, I'll never get it out of there because it's impossible. But I will probably move some of it next year. Because it's kind of in my way. See, there's the other. Look at all those beautiful Amana orange tomatoes. I'm happy about that. But you hear the cows. The farmer must be coming with food. But yeah, so this is one of the 3 butternut squash that managed to survive. Little Repreco. So there's some of the ripe Repreco. They're basically hollow inside. There's no juicy, meaty seeds, which is fine for cooking. So yeah, the farmer's here. That's why the cows are going crazy. See if I can find you a frog. There, no. Anyway, here we go. Over the pumpkin. These are the red pride tomatoes starting to ripen. And here's more of these supposedly black cherry sunflowers, which, like I said before, aren't really what I was thinking they were going to be. But they're pretty. And if anybody knows why my sunflowers mostly face north, when they say that sunflowers follow the sun, which is east, I'd like to know. Oh, look, there's that one's ripening. There, can we see? There we go. Oh, poblano peppers. Can you see them in there? There's one on the ground I gotta get. What a mess. Crazy. Yeah. Anyhow, so that's what's going on out here in the orchard garden. These are little Thumbelina zinnias that just reseed in the garden. Isn't she pretty? So yeah. Let's go through here. This is an ahi something pepper. I saved seeds from it. I bought one pepper plant last year, and this was the variety. And I saved seeds, but I didn't label them, so they were mystery peppers. But this is it. So it's ahi something. Something. I don't remember exactly. And then these are the Italian frying peppers. They're so good. Oh, yum. Yeah, lots going on. I'm going to probably dry these ahi whatever peppers and use them like a seasoning. Right, Orion? And then this never came to anything. An empty trellis. There's things trying to grow down there, but just not growing. There's Armenian cucumbers, different kinds of beans, a few Tennessee spinner gourds that just never took off. Yeah, nothing did anything in here, really. So, I just don't know. I need to revamp the bed next year, I guess. And here's one more of those squash. Killing squash bugs, excuse me. But they must be eradicated. Okay. Yeah. Another volunteer winter squash. Nice. And these, oh, and look, it made one other little squash here. Just little tiny little guy. Can you see him? Cute. Yeah. And I planted a bunch of Sweet Annie that came up in the driveway in here. And with all this rain, it's just really doing well. And that was some spare cucumbers that I put there that seem to be surviving in the asparagus bed. So I'm trying to get them to grow up, but this guy just doesn't want to do it. This guy just is like, no. So let's put you back here maybe. Oh, here, back here, there. I check them for squash bugs every day. But maybe I'll get a cucumber there because my other cucumbers really aren't producing. They're surviving, but they're really not making much fruit. So, but anyway, this rain is helping. Marigold that lived, the marigold that lived. And yeah, so everything's looking pretty nice now that it's raining every day. Pretty Swiss chard. Swiss chard is so pretty. I don't get to harvest a lot of leaves because it doesn't get very big, but it's very pretty. I do love Swiss chard. I like to stuff them. They're good. You roll them up like a stuffed cabbage, but you use Swiss chard. Anyway, so there you go. That's the orchard garden at the end of July. Doing fairly well considering everything that this summer has brought. And yeah, we will catch up with you guys again soon. And have a lovely day. Bye.